Club, Toastmasters have a special place in her heart because she found the love of her life in Tampa Toastmasters 1810. She joined Toastmasters in 1979. And can anybody tell how many years it took her to become a DTM? 2 years?
11.
2.5. 2.5, 11. Steve is correct. It took her 11 years to become a DTM. The title of her speech is, you will get to know later. Please give a huge round of applause for our DTM, Joan Nobel.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I have a couple of folks here to help me, and I need your help. I need your help to decide which story I'm going to tell. The old story or a new story. Now, those of you who want the old story, it is called Gasparilla Surprise. Those who want the new story, it's called Never, Never Give Up. So, that's all you're going to hear from me as far as these stories, but you have to decide which story do you want to hear tonight. All those who want to hear Gasparilla Surprise, the old story, raise your hand. Keep it up. We're counting. Do you have the count? Okay, hands down. All those who want to hear the new story, Never, Never Give Up, raise your hand. You got more than 9. All right, so you're going to hear the new story. Thank you so much, and let me have your storyboards here. Thank you. All right. How many of you have parked, literally parked in downtown Tampa? Maybe to see the Tampa Theater, go to a play, maybe even the arena? So, how many of you found that to be a challenging experience? How's that for a word? Yes. Parking downtown is a challenge. If you're going to the courthouse, it's a double challenge. I happen to work at the courthouse. So I decided this one day, I only had one case. My other case had canceled. I'm a mediator. That meant I had a shortened day. If I have a shortened day, I said I'm going to park in the city parking garage because the city parking garage will be cheaper than my $6 a day parking out in the lot across from the railroad track. So I did. Had my day, came back to the car, and I'm tooling out of the parking lot after paying, and I see this paper fluttering on my windshield. I said, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look like an ad. It looks suspiciously like something I don't want. So I pulled over into the parking area, coincidentally where I usually park for $6 a day on my way out of town. And I got out, and I pulled it, and it was a ticket. I got a ticket in the parking garage. I said, what could I possibly have a ticket for? What did I do when my car was parked there? And it said my tag was expired. My tag on my car. Well, it wasn't a big piece of money. It was $30. But man, nobody likes tickets. And I got out of my car, and I went around to the back, and sure enough, my tag was expired. I didn't have, my birthday's in May, and here it is more than 6 months later, and my tag is expired. I said, how did that happen? Now, when you get to be my age, you struggle with some memories. I said, didn't I get something that said my tag was due and didn't I pay it? I always pay by mail. I just couldn't remember. So the very next day, as soon as work was over, I headed down to, that's right, the license place, the DMV, on MLK. And there's probably not a person in here who hasn't been to the DMV, right? How many people have not been to the DMV? All right, maybe Jerome, maybe you haven't been, but I'll tell you, almost everybody else has been, because all of us drivers, we need our licenses and we need our identification, so almost everyone has been there. And you know now that they've got tickets, you pull and you sit. So 45 minutes later, finally I'm called up and I go back in there and I say, look, I got this ticket. Oh, we don't do tickets here. Well, it says I don't have a tag. So she looks it up. She said, you paid your tag for 2 years. Back in April, the 3rd of April of 2017. I said, then why don't I have a sticker? Well, didn't you get one in the mail? I said, I'm sure if I did, I would have put it on my car. So the dilemma. And I said, well, you have me as paying. She said, oh, yeah. You just need to sign your life away here that says you swear you didn't receive this ticket before, this tag. I said, okay. So I signed my life away, saying that I had never received the tag before. And it's just a little plastic tag that you put on the corner of your license plate. There's little square, right? And it's very sticky, so there's no way it could have come off. And there's no way anybody could have rubbed it off or pulled it off your car. So I put it on my car very, very swiftly after I got out of there, and I said, phew. And of course, in talking to her, I said, what about this ticket? Oh, you've got to go down to the city of Tampa and deal with that, because that's a city of Tampa ticket. And we don't deal with that here. I said, oh, okay, you already said that once. So I leave, I put, and she said, oh, by the way, you won't have any trouble. You won't have any trouble getting this covered. I said, okay. So I put it in my purse and promptly forgot about it. That was November 28th. I got the ticket on November 27th. And now if you count the days, today is day 13, right? And you get 14 days to pay that ticket, or if it's a $30 or less ticket, you get another 30-day added to it, or $30 added to it. So tomorrow is the deadline day. So I get out of work this afternoon, and I say, it says on the ticket that if I want to contest it, I had to do that in the first 7 days. Well, I've blown that one, so now I have to fall on my knees or pay the $30. What do? I don't like to pay tickets. I don't deserve this. This shouldn't happen to me. So I go down to Franklin Street, which is not easy to find because it's on a closed-off street. It's where the city of Tampa has their offices. It's a beautiful little location. I go in there and I wait because there's 2 windows open and neither lady is responding to me, and I wait. Of course, I had to pay again to park. So I'm going to traditionally go over my time. So I'm standing there waiting, and one lady says, oh, we'll be with you in a minute. And I wait and I wait. And then finally, another lady appears at that second window where there was an empty chair, and she says, may I help you? So I go over there, and I say to myself and to her, hello, I'm Joan. This is my ticket, and I don't want to pay it. And this is why. And so I showed her that I had gotten a new tag, and there was a 0 on how much it cost me to get this new tag, and that the date was 7/28 for the new tag on this paper. That's when it was given to me. She said, but this ticket says you got the ticket on 7/27, so you didn't have a tag on 7/27 when you got the ticket. I said, no, ma'am, I didn't, but I didn't have to pay for this because I'd already paid for it in April. So we went around in a circle for a little while there. She said, this is what you need. She said, I'll tell you what. You go get the check, front and back, make a copy of it, and here, fill in this paper, we'll give you a court date. And you can come in and contest this $30 ticket with a court date. But don't forget to bring your check. I said, ma'am, look, you can see on this that I didn't have to pay anything for this tag. Why would I have to do that? This doesn't make any sense. I don't want to waste the court's time. By the way, it would be in a different building on a Friday in a month that I would have to do it. But don't worry, we're holding your ticket in abeyance. So you're not going to be charged anything until you go to court. But then you're going to have to pay an extra $6 if you have to pay the fine. So it'll be $36 instead of $30 if they find you that you need to pay it. I said, this is bizarre. So we went around a few more times, and then she said, well, wait a minute. She made copies of everything. She came back, and I said, I guess I could find my check. I said, I really don't like this. I said, I find it very much like Bean County. And she said, literally. Her hand up like that several times. And I see her on the computer. And then she's talking, but I can't quite hear what she's saying. And it's not to me, it's to somebody else. And then she keeps putting her finger up like this to me. And then she says something about, is my supervisor? I said, your supervisor. Okay. So she chats back and forth with her supervisor, fiddling the whole time around with the computer. And lo and behold, the supervisor, like manna from heaven, says, we're going to forgive this ticket. You don't have to pay it. Ladies and gentlemen, I told her she was a lovely person. I told her she gave me the best Christmas present I've had so far this year, and maybe the best I will ever get. And she said, well, you can tell my supervisor. So she gave me her supervisor's card. I said, put your number up, put your name on the card. So my gift to her will be to write her supervisor an email and let her know how beautiful she was to me in taking the time to really not only be kind, but to extend herself to me. So never, ever give up. It pays.
Thank you, Joan. What a beautiful story. And yes, we all should never give up, no matter whatever happened in life.